This is gonna be a comic book vlog because I have 3 series that I want to start. I've got the first 3 issues of Seasons by Rick Remender. I have the new issue of The Amazing Spider-Man. So this is a new number 1, a great jumping on point, something that I've been collecting old things of but not reading at all, so why not start here? And then what I have is issue number 2 of Bug Wars. I'm kicking myself because I keep hearing people talk about this and it sounds exactly up my alley. People are just doing such a captivating job of explaining this, and I didn't find issue 1 in time, but I did pick up issue number 2, and my local shop is ordering me a second printing of issue number 1. So what I need to do is read the first 3 issues of the Seasons, and then I want to see if this is something that I want to continue reading. I have a suspicion that the answer is going to be yes. Let's give it a 3-issue try right now, and then I'm gonna go to the comic book store, and I think I'm gonna start my pull list for the first time, which should be fun. I'm a little anxious about it because I just don't quite know how it works, and luckily the staff there is so helpful and kind every single time that I am in there. I have no doubt that they will explain and answer any questions that I have, but I just have a little bit of anxiety about it because, like, how do you pick alternate covers? How fast do you have to go in and pick up your things? I don't know. This is a whole new world, but I really like the idea of something to look forward to every single week. I have a really good faith in these 2 different Image series because if I look at the past things that I've read and enjoyed, it's Image. So let's get comfortable, let's crack into the Seasons, and then let's go to the comic book store. If you had picked up issue 1 with this cover, and then you open it to see all of this brightness that very much so matches and is what you would expect with these issue 2 and issue 3 covers, it's kind of crazy. But this is an A cover, so it's so dark and ominous. I love this. You have these 4 sisters, and they are the 4 Seasons. In issue 1, you only meet 2 of them, one of which very, very briefly, and I cannot wait to meet the others. This whole issue is a chase scene, which is really fun, but it also propels you through the pages so nicely. I really like the use of negative space, and then where they're ending the strips. Like, here's an example of one with like such a great use of negative space, but then also like this box continues on, so like you just subconsciously feel so drawn to turn the pages with the way all of these lines are leading you. I have really, really high hopes for what it's going to be like when we get characters who start really interacting with each other, but you get a really great feel for this town that they live in based on everywhere that she's running through as you turn the pages. So there's looks like to be a very nice little letter from Rick Remender in the back, so I'm gonna read that really quick and see if I can learn a little bit more about what's going on here. Something both whimsical and dreadful. High adventure with real stakes. Fully developed characters with something to say. Oh, and it had to be beautiful. And hugely imaginative. By taking our time to dive into the chase, we showed you her world and experienced it in a single fluid sequence as opposed to telling any of it. Home run. Before I crack into number 2, I'm gonna go get a drink. I got my drink. Didn't get the purple one. I got my $20 cash to start my pull list. And I'm about to start issue number 2 of the Seasons, but I don't think you need to watch me read it again, so we're just gonna read it, okay? This one serves the purpose of introducing you to all 4 of the Seasons sisters. Something about this cover and the font that you've got right here, but also the art, the heavy pink, the light white, reminds me of that old show, The Proud Family, so much. I don't know. There's a really, really cool scene where you're being taken through the house and in every kind of like other frame, you're seeing framed news articles on the walls that give you more information about each of the four sisters. I just think this is super creative. I don't know why I doubted that I would maybe not want to pull this. So that's 2 issues down, but I know for a fact when I go to the comic book store, I'm gonna start pulling the seasons. This one, I think just by nature of storytelling, should kind of get into it a little bit more. Also, something I don't know is how long this is supposed to run for. I don't know if it's been like an announced number of things or if it's just gonna go until it goes. So let's do number 3. I am about to get my butt in the car and go to the comic book store, but the one thing that is holding me up on these is I cannot imagine what it's going to be like to only get a sliver of the story once every 30 days. I felt spoiled to just get to sit down and read all 3 of those, and I know it's unrealistic to wait for like a trade to come out, which is in the past been my preferred medium for reading comics. But like, I did it. I went in last weekend and I said, hey, could I please start a pull list? I don't know what I'm doing. And the people at my local shop were so kind and they were so helpful. And they helped me get a pull list going with 4 titles. I knew I wanted the seasons. I know, even though I'm still waiting on my issue 1 of Bug Wars, I know I'm gonna love that. And it's only 6 books. So Bug Wars went on there, even though I haven't touched it yet. I did put Amazing Spider-Man on there because the idea of enjoying like an ongoing Amazing Spider-Man is so appealing to me. I want that really, really badly. From everybody online talking about it, I'm nervous, but I need to not listen and just pick these up, which I'm gonna do tonight, and see if I like it or not. So I figured I'd put it on my list and give it a few issues, kind of feel the waters out. And then I went in with the predicament of whether or not I should put Ultimate Spider-Man on my list, because these contain issues 1 through 6 and 7 through 12. So at the point in time this weekend when I went to the shop, 15 was out. And so I was like, hey, if you were me, would you wait until September for book 3 to come out? Or would you just start pulling the issues? And they're like, well, let's see if we have 14 still, if we have 13 still, and then you can just get caught up right here. They had 15, of course. They had 14. They did not have 13. I'll take the challenge, I'll go hunt it down. So I did put Ultimate Spider-Man on my pull list. I am committing to like continuing that series through issues, which I'm actually excited about. I thought that there was going to be a bigger catch-up gap than there is for me. And it's 3 issues. Like, I don't have to really try that hard to seek anything out. Like I said, I did track down 13. It's on its way to me. That's either 4 or 5 books a month. Not for long, because Bug Wars only has 3 more issues left. But I hope that's a good volume. It seems good. I've got such a variety. I think it's a really good, exciting mix of things to have. Like I said, I'm so stoked to be able to like have this community space to go into, to learn, and just like feed this hobby, because I just think it's fun. It's just like a way to play, and I'm such a collector type of personality. So in the moment in time in which I'm filming this, it is actually Thursday, April 24th, which means yesterday was New Comic Book Day. So they did pull 2 things for me yesterday. I've got, of course, that 2nd issue of The Amazing Spider-Man, and then issue 3 of Bug Wars, which this is maybe my favorite Bug Wars cover that I've seen so far. I really, really dig this one. She said my issue 1 is maybe set to arrive to them tomorrow. So I was that close to starting Bug Wars, but it's okay, because what I will do tonight is get into The Amazing Spider-Man. Like I said, also, I'm nervous about this, but that's just because of what I hear other people saying, and I don't have that much, like, of an expectation about it. The last Amazing Spider-Man thing that I really, really enjoyed was the, like, 2015, 2016 Dan Slott run of Worldwide, which I don't know how those fit into anything, actually, and it's been years since I've touched them. And I'm just really hopeful to enjoy this. freaking stressed about the tape on the back of the books. Like right now, this moment of having to slide my issue out while I have these 2 danger tapes is very stressful to me. I do not like it. And I guess I could fold it, but then it's like, is my thing just gonna fly out? I don't know. Ugh. This is also a very, like, a particularly beautiful, kind of expensive variant of such a simple book. So that would have been really bad if I got those stuck to it. I don't think I've actually ever held such a solid cover. That's kind of wild. It smells good too. Just out of the packaging, you can see how that foil is foiling. In the back, we've got a lot of reflection going on. This is thick. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I gotta read. Stop talking to me. Okay, I'll say it. I was a little bit confused reading this. I was a little bit confused. Just a little bit. Didn't know what was going on. I think there's a lot going on because they want you to understand what they're gonna do with this run, bring you up to speed on the things they don't want to take the time to explain while keeping you excited about what's to come. And that is a lot to pack into. I mean, yeah. I'm excited to read more. I don't think this is something to judge it off of. I do want to know what comes next. I do want to meet the friends, the love interests. I want more of the characters that we do know and love already. I want to see this Peter. I think this is going to be such a fun thing to read because it does seem very just like our current world. It's got like that block in reality where we're all kind of dealing with capitalism right now. So yeah, I'm excited to keep going, but super glad that I waited to pick this up until I had the next issue. So I'm gonna go read that. No tape on it. That's lovely. Do you put like blue Scotch tape or do you just use regular scary clear tape? I don't know. This one, I'll say, this does feel better. Like the solidity of that other cover was nice. Like it was cool. It feels important, you know, a number 1. But this one was so much more of a story within the issue. And yeah, like this is exactly why I was like, I want to give it a few and see what happens because I'm intrigued. Like I want to read more. I'm excited, but like, yeah, I just want to know what happens here. The cover for issue 3 looks really cool. Like it looks really cool. Another reason to stay on the list for just a few more. I think we're gonna watch Spider-Man get very, very beat up in this run. And maybe that's a little too real. But